Okay. And I think we are live. All right. Now, hello and shalom, friends. This is Mayim Vega, and I'm the creator of the Arukah Holistic Healer certification program. At Aruka.com, we empower people to become holistic healers by teaching them naturopathic herbalism, holistic life coaching, and online business and marketing. And our goal is to help you transform your life and the lives of others through holistic healing while building a profitable holistic coaching business. But in this podcast, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Andrea Bjorkman. I'm thrilled to introduce Andrea, a powerhouse in personal growth and women's empowerment. Andrea is a CEO and co-founder of Fizz Enterprises. Wow, that's a name. Where she is dedicated to helping women thrive, both in business and life. As a certified life coach, she is an expert at guiding women through life transitions and helping them unlock their true potential. Andrea's work aligns beautifully with what we do at Aruka, as both of our programs are focused on empowering individuals to make meaningful changes in their lives, whether it's through holistic healing or breaking through personal barriers. Andrea, welcome to the podcast. Let's kick things off by hearing about your inspiring journey from the corporate world to entrepreneurship. What was that transition like for you?
Oh, that's a powerful question. And I have a story. Thank you so much for inviting me to join this incredible podcast and everything that you do in your business. That, as you said, the empowerment, the life transition, trying to find, happiness in life. It's something that we both do and we all want, right? So I took an early retirement package, an unplanned early retirement package at 58 from a Fortune 50 company. I was an exec there. It was something that I just couldn't turn down. It was, and I'm a planner. And for me to say, oh, wow, I need to do something because I think this is an opportunity. I will say it was really tough. I thought I knew what I was going to be doing. And then I was thrown into this. It was very tough. I didn't understand how much of my identity was attached to my career, even though I'm a mom of 4 daughters, I'm married, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. I've got all those other roles. I just didn't understand. I thought that was a man thing. It's not. It certainly wasn't for me, and it's not for a lot of the women that are, who are my friends, who are my clients. And so I struggled for quite a bit. I thought that I could have had it all figured out, and I didn't. I will also say I went back into, I wasn't done working. I always knew and I keep saying it, I'm not done yet. I went back into the looking for a job, and ageism is real, especially for women. And that's when
By the way, I just got to say,
yeah.
You look great for 58. I didn't even think that you're 58. Sorry to interrupt you.
Thank you. And I'll push for even more of a compliment. That was 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. Wow. No. You're 64?
I
Okay.
will be 65 at the end of this year. Yes.
Then I have to change my compliment. You look awesome for 64.
Thank you. It just was really more of a struggle than I thought it was going to be. And because I had this great, package, and because I had the support of my husband, I could be picky. And that's when I went into entrepreneurship. I had always done entrepreneurial type initiatives in the corporate world.
Right. What was your position in the corporate world?
So I was an assistant vice president. The last role I had was in the HR space, as the head of HR in my department within the company. But I had done some entrepreneurial stuff, but I had a multi-billion-dollar company behind me. I got paid. You know what this is like, right? You've been on both sides. And so it was a struggle. I joined a group of startup people that I'd never met and didn't know, and it was all over the world during COVID, and brought in my now ex-business partner of Fizz, and we decided to leave them and start Find Your Fizz because of the experiences that we have both gone through. And so I understand the unique struggles. Both because of what I experienced, but also because of what my friends experience and other people that I know, and wanted to do everything I could do to help other women so they don't have to go through this, right?
Yeah.
And
And I'm assuming, how old were your children at that time
oh,
when?
I started very young. So my oldest is, shoot, I have to always go back to when she was born, 44. Then I have a 42-year-old, and then my number 3 daughter will be 39 in November. And my youngest, Emily, is she'll be 30. Shoot, she'll be 35. Oh my goodness. Um, so I did not have children at home, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Yes.
I'm thinking that maybe if you still had small children at home,
Oh,
you wouldn't have had as much of a drive
it's
to do something, right?
well, maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
yeah, maybe because I always did when they were younger. Would it have been harder? You bet. Yes, yes. And having my girls, especially, I mean, I've got 2 of them who could be, they're within my demographic, right? And so, but for all of them, I wanted to show them, I wanted to be a really good role model that say, hey, you don't ever have to be done, transitioning, finding things that bring you joy, changing, what plans you had. I just wanted to be a good role model for that.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, retirement and just doing nothing and being idle, that's from a holistic perspective, that's
Yeah.
not healthy.
No, it's
So
not.
I'm really glad that you did that for yourself and that
Yes.
you are now helping and inspiring other people to do that. Is it only women that you work with, or?
Yes, it's only women that I work with. And it's, some women that are in a corporate role, and maybe they are not happy in it. Maybe they want to move. What happens most of the time, they want to move out of leadership, because when you get in your 40s and above, sometimes you're just done taking care of people, right? So they want to change roles, maybe go into a different industry. Maybe they want to start a side hustle because they can't yet leave the corporate world, primarily from a financial perspective. Maybe it's going into entrepreneurship like what I did. Maybe it's, as you put it, that really planning for a joyful retirement. The financial part is extremely important, but making sure that you're going to be happy in your retirement and you know what you're going to be doing is even more important. And there's not a lot of conversation about that.
Right. And and mentorship is very important. I think,
Yes.
especially right around that time, that's also when women are, facing perimenopause or
Yes.
menopause. And so
Hmm.
there's multiple things that they're dealing with, not just the career. And yeah, ageism is a real problem. And I'm religious, so I'm Jewish, and I believe that the there's a biblical model where when you're younger, the priests in the temple, they did a lot of physical work, but at when they got to, I think, I don't remember the exactly, I think it was around age 40, don't quote me on that, I'm sorry, they went into more of a mentorship role. And I
Yes.
think that that is really, I don't think we value our elders enough in our society. We kind of try to like put them to rest, not
Yep. Hmm.
and like retire them, but really they have so much wisdom and gentleness, I think too, because through experience, excuse me, through the years, you learn more patience, and you're able to guide people with patience and with wisdom through the experiences that you've had. So
Yep.
that's
I
really
agree
great.
completely. I've been a mentor in my corporate career for years, and I see that mentorship and a coach. I see that has changed as I've gotten older because I am gentler. At the same time, I've always been really good about saying what I feel needs to be said. And when you get older, especially as you go through perimenopause and menopause, you say it even more. So,
You
but that's a
say it,
good,
yeah, you say it, but just like a coach for an athlete,
yes.
you don't mince words and you give
No,
them exactly what they need. Sometimes
yes,
that advice hurts,
yes,
but the coach has nothing but his team and the athlete's best in mind, of course.
agree. Right.
Absolutely. So your program is called Fizz, Bubbles, and Brilliance course. I would have never guessed what that course is about from the title. So I'd like to ask, why did you name it that, first of all? And then what are the key components of your program and why is it effective for your
Well,
for your
the
clients?
full name is Fizz, Bubbles, and Brilliance. Elevate your professional life.
Okay, I didn't get that. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes. But
That's
it's kind of the tease at the beginning, right? Now, every time you see anything
because the
about
bubbles
it,
go up. Okay.
yeah, exactly. It's all about the whole name of, that Fizz is about the ability of seeing yourself as the bubbles go up and you're achieving things, or whether that's, real goals or just happiness, right? Which should be a goal. But it's also about, women, a lot of women like to have bubbly together. And so it's just fun and exhilarating. And so that's why that Fizz and Bubbles is there. And we want, I want my clients to find that brilliance because everybody has it. So it focuses on making career transitions both smooth and intentional. It starts with a self-assessment, understanding who you are now and who you want to be. It forces women to really think this way. A lot of times, I certainly never did it when I started out in my career 30 plus years ago. I didn't have time, right? And then I had kids still when I was in college, and it just, I never got to take this time. And so that's really, really important. And then it maps out a step-by-step plan that aligns with your strengths and your values. It tackles resilience, and the emotional aspects of change, because change is really hard. And my clients love it because they can clarify and control what this part of their life is going to look like. So there's 5 modules. Each of them have a video and a workbook. First one is Passion Meets Purpose. Then there's Success Redefined, Confidence Catalyst, Skillful Transitions, and Seamless Shifts. So all of the modules kind of work together, and at the end you get to a point where you've decided what your transition is going to be, and that could again make what we talked about before, corporate, side hustle, whatever the case may be, and then you've navigated what that plan is going to look like, because it's really good, to identify what your passions are, what truly matters to you. Understand your success metrics, overcoming self-doubt and imposter syndrome, which is huge for women, and navigating that career path. But if you don't actually have a plan, this builds that plan, because then you take that plan and you make the shift. So it encompasses every step along the way.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, I know it can be really hard when you're going into a different career, that imposter syndrome. It's really hard, especially when dealing with your close family and friends, who've known you all your life. You're like, what?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I can
So
relate.
yeah. So what is your number one piece of advice that you would give to women who feel stuck in their current careers but are afraid to make a change?
I would say, feel very strongly about this. It's start by getting clear on what is holding you back. Understand that first. Is it fear? Is it doubt, uncertainty? And once you identify that, that allows you to then understand that root of your hesitation, and you can help. By doing that, you can begin to work through it. And it only takes small steps. And it helps you explore what your passions are. You do that, and you can do that through my course, talking to a coach or a mentor like myself. That can help you build. And the things that you have to change, very tough. It's not easy, and it doesn't have to happen. Right. For women that are achievers like myself, I got to get this done. It's on my goal list. It's on my calendar. No, take it easy. It's taking you this long to get to this point. Give yourself some grace. And it's always great when you understand you've unlocked this, that can bring you a fulfilling life that you never thought about before.
Okay, awesome. So I wanted to share your website real quick. So it's here at findyourfizz.com. And can you tell us what they can find on your website?
You can learn, just as you scroll through it, you can learn a lot about what it is that we do. That first page showed the my private Facebook group, Workplace Queens 40 Plus. You can book a call right there. Keep going up. Yeah, yep. almost right here. Okay, so you can book a call with me to do a discovery call where we can really understand what your what it is that you want to do, what you're doing now, what you want to do, and what's that going to look like, what's getting in your way. It's an opportunity for me to help you clarify what it is that you're thinking at this point in time. We explore my coaching opportunities, and most importantly, I feel very strongly about this. We want to make sure that we're a right fit. It's something that I've always done as a mentor and a coach in the decades that I've been doing this. The fit is really important. You've got to make sure that what I bring to you as a client and what you get from me, that comes together, that we have some harmony there.
Yeah, that's with any kind of business relationship or coaching relationship,
Yes.
marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that doesn't happen all those times in all those situations.
Yeah. When we get older, we learn. But
Yes.
so
Yes.
so you have a master class here. Can you
Yes.
tell me about that?
Just really talking about it was the initial conversation. It's the initial conversation about my course. So it introduces the different needs and things that you can do if you're looking at transitioning your career or think you should. You don't even know that you are looking at it, but you're questioning it, and kind of introduce you to everything. And then we go into a little more detail about the course.
Okay. And then how about this? Looks like you have you get a free module. Is that
Yes,
part of
yes,
it? That's part of
yes.
the course? Okay.
Yes, it is. So
Elevate your professional
you
life.
get that
Okay.
first module free. So passion meets purpose is where you align your career with what truly matters to you, and you discover the synergy between what your passions and your professional aspirations are. And
Okay,
that's me.
awesome.
I just got my hair cut like last week and colored differently.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see that. I see that. Okay, awesome. Well, I love your website, just
Thank you.
the colors and the energy. And this is your link tree, and
Yes.
it
Mm-hmm.
points to your website and other things too.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. So, and is this the same subscription as the one here?
No, the one you were just on was to get on my newsletter. Yeah.
Okay. And this one is just a freebie.
Yes.
And you said something about a Facebook group. How do we get to the Facebook group?
You could go back to the top. It's on that first slide. Yep. If you click on Work Life Queens,
Where's that?
find your fizz, join our Work Life. Now it's come back. It's on the first one.
Oh, it's one of the slides.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Okay, got it.
And
Okay,
it's also
awesome.
on my link tree.
Okay. Oh, well, so another thing I guess I would like to ask is why you decided to choose this as your business after leaving the corporate world.
Because again, I enjoy that entrepreneurship that I had in corporate, but also I learned so much for the first startup that I was a part of. And I knew it's something I really wanted to do. I wanted to, as much as I loved what I was doing, I wanted to have a little more, be a little bit more in charge of my own destiny, right? Um, and this was something, because of what I went through, from what I learned from my friends and other women that I was talking to, was something that I felt was a real missing opportunity. As I have said before, I wish I had had someone like me when I was going through it. I
Yep.
wanted to help other women. I wanted to show that, you're never done unless you choose to, and know that there are people out there that are in, we always think we're alone, whether we're male or female, doesn't matter. And to kind of bring the thought together that no, we're all going through this stuff. And it's more than just your professional life transitions. And you brought up the perimenopause and menopause, health and wellness. At this age, we're looking at empty nesting, caring for elderly parents. I mean, there's a lot we've got on our plates. And I
Yeah.
wanted to be able to help as many women as I could to go through that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andrea, for what you do in helping women. After this, I wanted to actually share with you a resource where I know that both men and women go to for coaching, and I see a lot of them who are wanting to transition to a new career. So I know that this is a very important work that you're doing, and it's really good to have guidance. People get this kind of guidance usually when they're in high school. You've got that high school counselor that helps you make the decision for going into the right college, or maybe a trade school, or whatever. And then in college, they also have counselors and things and advisors to help you get your first job or pick your major and things like that. And so why can't we have help, right? Why can't
Exactly.
women our age get
Right.
some help? It's so much better than just Googling things, to have a living, breathing person, who has been through it, and you can ask questions to, and things like that. So I think coaching is really powerful for that reason. And I think it's because we've lost kind of like a tribal, back in the days, everything was tribal. So you would always have elders to go to search for wisdom. And because, in our day, everything is so industrialized and corporatized, I think that's why coaching has risen up to fill in that need, because we're not broken. There's nothing wrong with us. We don't need to see a therapist. We just need a coach, a mentor,
Right.
to help us through some major decisions in life. So thank you for doing that. And what is your final words of wisdom that you have to say to my audience today?
It would be, don't think you're out there alone. Exactly what you said about coaching, and it's a good sign when you reach out for feedback and for assistance. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means that you are recognizing that you want to make a change, you just don't know how to do it. And so reach out, find someone that you think will be a good fit for you, and give it a try. It just taking that one small step can be extremely helpful, and take the weight off your shoulders that you've been feeling, because you need to do something. Just try it.
And the discovery call is free, yes?
Yes, it is. Yes.
The discovery call is free. She's got some free resources. She's got the free Facebook group, so you can get to know her that way as well. So that's good that you have all these different ways for people to connect and get in touch. All right. Well, thank you so much, Andrea, for your time today.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Algar and I am the host at Expertise TV, and I'm very excited to be introducing you to our guest today, Mayim Vega. Now, Mayim Vega is a former NASA computer scientist turned holistic healer after facing a very personal health crisis, which the modern medical system could not resolve. In 2009, she founded Aruka.com, which offers an holistic healer certification program focusing on 3 pillars: naturopathic herbalism, holistic life coaching, and online business and marketing to empower people to become holistic healers and achieve maximum impact in the world. Mayim combines her scientific background, natural healing methods, and faith in the creator and great physician to guide others on a path to personal and professional well-being. Mayim, it's clear that you are very passionate about the topic of holistic health, and particularly helping people who are wanting to transition into this approach. How did you find yourself in this line of work, and why is this work so important to you?
Thank you, Ashley, for taking the time to speak with me. And I'd love to answer that question. So the way I found myself in this line of work starts with my story of when I transitioned from becoming a computer scientist at the NASA Ames Research Center to becoming an entrepreneur and building my first online business in digital marketing. And the reason why I did that is so that I could stay at home and be with my newly born son at the time. And now I have 7 children of my own, and I always wanted to homeschool them and just be there for them. And so that's why I became an entrepreneur. But my first few years as an entrepreneur was extremely difficult. And I thought it was healthy, but later on, after all my studies, I realized there were a lot of things that I was doing that was not very healthy. They were not very healthy habits that I had. And what ended up happening was I got really sick and I thought I was on my deathbed. And I was rushed to the emergency room. And the doctor actually thought that I had a brain tumor. But after extensive testing and examination, she told me that there was nothing wrong with me. I just, I was experiencing a lot of pain, but they had nothing for me. There was nothing they could do for me. She said that she could give me some really strong painkillers, but that's really it. She couldn't really get rid of the problem. And so I took the painkillers, but again, painkillers and any pharmaceutical drug never address the root cause of illness and disease. And that's exactly why this line of work is so important to me and why I went on my own personal journey to become a holistic healer, to study nutrition, herbalism, holistic health, and holistic life coaching, is because we all know people, and maybe probably even ourselves, who, just like me, went to the modern medical system because that's the expected thing to do. That's a normal thing to do. And, tried to get health and healing that way, but hit a dead end, hit a brick wall, and we either got medications that didn't work or that only worked for a while, or that caused side effects that were so terrible that we had to get on other medications, plural, and maybe even the medication or medications caused side effects that caused other health issues. And sometimes the health issues are worse than the first problem that you originally had. And we're on this ridiculous roller coaster of drug after treatment after procedure, because the modern medical system never addresses the root cause. And medical professionals who have woken up know this. And that's why I have medical professionals in my program, including, doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, medical technicians, etc., who are learning from me, who are, taking the certification program, because they realize that our system is broken and we need to fix it. It is our destiny as humanity to overcome all this nonsense, really. We can do better and we will do better. I know it. And that's why, in my certification program, sometimes I joke around. No, it's not really a joke, but I say, I'm empowering not just holistic healers, but holistic warriors. We're in a battle. We're in a battle over our own health and healing to safeguard and protect that, and that of our families and friends and community, of course, as well. And we're also in a battle against very powerful people who, because of profits, like to suppress holistic health and healing truths to keep us just sick enough so that we need something, pharmaceuticals, but not well enough to ever get off them. That is truly the goal of big pharma, of the pharmaceutical industry. It's not true. They don't want to heal us. They don't want to cure us. They want to keep us just sick enough so that we keep giving them our money. And you know what? Me personally, I have better things to spend with my money, like on good food, clean herbs, things that don't cause these ridiculous side effects that we experience with pharmaceutical drugs.
Thank you, Mayim. So that brings me to my next question. What are some of the key benefits of transitioning from the conventional healing approach to a holistic approach in health and healing?
Okay, so that's another really great and important question. The key benefits of transitioning from conventional healing to a holistic approach are, right now, I can think of three main reasons. Number one, the holistic approach is safer. Number two, the holistic approach is more effective. And number three, the holistic approach is the true approach that gets to the root cause. Okay. Now, I'd like to illustrate the first point, the safety of holistic medicine. If someone who was taking some, let's say blood pressure medication or something like that, visited me at my house, let's say I invited them over for dinner, and let's say they had to take some of their medicine and they dropped one of their pills, right, in my dining room or in my living room floor. Now, I have very small children. I have a 4-year-old. And what if my 4-year-old found that pill on the floor and thought it was candy or something like that and put it in her mouth and ate it? What would happen? I would immediately have to call the poison control center to get that pill out of her system, because those pills can have deadly side effects. But what if someone dropped a vitamin C pill or a tincture, you know, um, you know, and one of my children found it? For the most part, if they found it and took it, they might have a little diarrhea. It might be really spicy on their tongue, and so they would stop taking it. But no, I wouldn't have to control the poison control center, because vitamins and herbs and minerals are extremely, like 1,000 times safer than pharmaceutical drugs. There's a few types of, supplements that you might have to call the poison control center, but for the most part, no, you won't have to do that, because our body knows how to work with those substances. It is not a drug. It is a healing tool. Okay. So completely safe. Also, exercise, diet, those are all safe, right? Sleep, those are all part of holistic health and healing. Completely safe, zero side effects. Now, let's talk about the effectiveness. The holistic approach is more effective. And the reason why we know this is because in my practice, and this is the experience of many holistic healers, when it comes to the conventional ways with the pharmaceutical drugs, as I said before, they don't deal with the root cause. They just mask symptoms. So, you might take a cough suppressant, let's say, for example, but if you are not dealing with the root cause, why are you coughing in the first place? Why do you have allergies? Why do you have the flu, etc.? Why is your immune system not strong enough to overcome this in just a few hours or just a day or two, overnight? Why? Because you have not built up your immune system. You haven't boosted it or lived the kind of life that you need to in order to avoid those common illnesses altogether. I have one of my students is a medical doctor, and she said that she used to take anti-allergy drugs every single week because of her allergies. The allergy drugs don't boost your immune system. They just suppress it. They just oppress your allergy symptoms. But when you have allergy symptoms, it's your body talking to you and telling you, hey, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this thing that you're eating or this environment that you've just stepped into because of my state of being. I'm not strong enough. That's what your immune system is saying to you. But I taught her a really powerful vitamin protocol that actually boosts your immune system so that your immune system is strong enough to overcome allergies. And so that's the difference. It is effective because it is true. It is true holistic health and healing because it strengthens your immune system. It doesn't silence it, like I said before. And the third issue is the root cause. Holistic health and healing deals with the root cause, and the conventional approach of drugs and surgery, etc., does not. That doesn't mean that you sometimes don't need surgery, for example, or in an emergency situation need a drug, but you're not dealing with the root cause. And if you deal with the root cause, you can make your problems either go away or become extremely minimal, safely, effectively, and naturally, without poisoning your body and causing the roller coaster of side effects.
Mayim, you have developed an incredible program that you've already mentioned called the Arukah Holistic Healer Certification Program, which you have specifically created for those looking to either transition into the holistic approach or for those who are wanting to grow in their knowledge and practice. Can you talk us through what differentiates this program from other similar programs that are currently out there?
Thank you, Ashley. Yes, the certification program at Arukah.com is really, truly incredible. And there's a few things that set it apart, actually, many things, but I'd like to focus on a few. And one of them is that when I designed the program, I designed it for someone who was in my situation many years ago, someone who was a busy mom who had a lot of work to do and a lot of things on her plate, but still wanted to empower herself with the knowledge of holistic health and healing for herself, for her family, so she could take care of her family, and maybe even build a career where, very specifically, she could stay at home and, just like me, be a stay-at-home mom. And even a homeschool mom. I've been a homeschool mom. My oldest is 20 now, and I homeschooled him the whole way. And he's already graduated college, and he's got a computer science degree. And he's an entrepreneur himself. I instilled that dream in him. So being able to, I was able to surpass my income at NASA, and still homeschool my children. It's pretty awesome achievement. And so I wanted to empower people in my program to do exactly the same as I've done, to become a holistic healer, to have a successful online business so that they can have time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom, meaning that there's no glass ceiling. No one who you need to get a raise from. You just have to help people. That's how I get paid, is when I help people, right? And so that's one of the advantages. Another advantage is it's very hands-on and apprenticeship based. And you could go to a college to study to become a naturopathic doctor, or another holistic professional like a chiropractor. But it's going to take a lot more money, and a lot more time as well. This program can be completed in 1 year, but because all of my students pretty much are busy professionals already, or busy moms, it's self-paced. So if you have a lot of things on your plate, it's okay. It's still going to be there for you. There's not like a time limit. You're not going to, your grade's not going to be lowered because you submit an assignment late or anything like that. It's self-paced. And so I've designed it for the busy mom, or the working woman. And another thing that sets it apart is we have three core pillars in our program. One is that our students study naturopathic herbalism. And that takes up the bulk of our program. And naturopathic herbalism includes studying the foundations of holistic health and healing, identifying toxins and detoxification, also nutrition and orthomolecular nutrition, or megadose vitamin therapy, as well as herbalism, which includes also homeopathy and aromatherapy with essential oils. And also they study Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine. But it's mostly focused on Western medicine, Western herbalism, excuse me. And then the next core pillar, the second one, is holistic life coaching. And the reason why holistic life coaching is part of the program is to incorporate the mind spirit aspect of it, right? If herbs and supplements are the alternative to pharmaceutical drugs, well, holistic life coaching is like the holistic alternative to psychiatry. It deals with the mind and the spirit, and spirit has to be part of it because we are spiritual beings. We're not just physical beings. We're also spiritual beings. Now, a lot of holistic health and healing schools are based on different religions, New Age, or other pagan religions. And this program, because I'm Jewish, is based on the Creator. It's based on the Bible and biblical principles, Judeo-Christian principles. And so therefore I have a lot of people who are of that faith persuasion, Jews, Christians, or people who maybe, they don't really identify as Jewish or Christian, but they're open to it, or they grew up in that faith, and they don't necessarily want all the new age spirituality. They want the kind of spirituality that they are comfortable with and used to. That's another thing that sets us apart. And life coaching is all about mindset and how to have healthy relationships with yourself, with others. Of course, also, with food and your body and lifestyle. Holistic life coaching encompasses all of that. And it's a very important part of holistic health and healing, especially because stress is often the root cause of many illnesses, common illnesses, and also chronic diseases. So, that mind and spirit aspect is very important. And the third aspect is online business marketing. And again, the reason why that's important is because, as I told you, I really want my students to thrive and to be able to, have that time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom, which an online business provides. But also because, there's not a lot of jobs for herbalists, or life coaches even. And so we really have to be entrepreneurial. And it's very, very rewarding. And because of my background, with my digital marketing business, my first business, I can really help people in that department.
Thanks so much, Mayim. So I love the power of testimony and hearing people's personal experiences or journeys. Can you share some of the success stories that might be coming to mind, or testimonials from past students?
Yes, we certainly have a lot of success stories and testimonials, and we'll show some of those testimonials at the end of our talk today in this video. But I could talk about a few of them that are maybe recent. One of them is one of my students. She told me that she wanted to become a nutritionist, but I guess her life's journey didn't really allow for that. So when she heard about my program, my certification program, when it first launched, she joined, and she really wanted to help her husband, who had been suffering from colitis under the care of doctors for about 20 years, ever since he was in the military. And he was going from medication to medication, and suffering with diarrhea and insomnia and restless legs and indigestion and all these terrible things that colitis can cause. And so I actually created a custom module for her to help her husband with that. And in 2 months, she helped her husband get off the medication and heal from colitis using food and herbs and natural holistic healing methods. So that was a great accomplishment for her. And, I get people, contacting me saying that I helped them grow their hair back, or actually someone said, oh, you helped save save a little girl's life, just beautiful, wonderful things like that. You helped me heal my daughter, you helped me grow, regrow my teeth so I don't have pain from cavities anymore, like just all these wonderful testimonies. And that's the reason why I love doing what I do. And and you will too, if you join the program. It's so rewarding and fulfilling to understand and to know that you are helping people, truly helping people in ways that they can't get in the modern medical system. It's so rewarding.
Incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mayim. I can only imagine the sense of reward when people start applying these principles to their lives and actually see a change and transformation. And for somebody as passionate as you are around this topic, to witness that and to be a part of that, I imagine that the reward is priceless. Another common question that arises is, once someone completes the program, what are some of the practical steps one would take in order to start a successful career in holistic health?
Okay, that's a great question. And that's actually what the third pillar of our program is all about is, what do you do? Practical steps and what you would do to start a successful career in holistic health. And in that program, we teach our students how to create a high ticket transformational health coaching program that really helps people deal with a serious problem, a serious health issue. And that doesn't mean that it's a deadly, problem, but it can be something that really affects their life, right? Even skin disorders can really affect your life, right? Even though it's not necessarily deadly. Weight loss could be something that is dealing with a serious issue. There's so many different types of health coaching programs that one can make, anxiety, depression, hormonal issues, etc. So they build, it's part of the program. They will do this while they're still in the program, and we'll support them the whole way, is to build that first high ticket health coaching program, and then set up their online assets, such as their website, their social media, a video sales letter, press releases, podcasts, all those things that online entrepreneurs need in order to connect with people, get their message of health and healing out there, and build and grow and scale their business.
Thank you so much, Mayim. It's been so great talking with you today. But before we close, for those that would like to get started on the journey to becoming an holistic healer and wanting to learn a little bit more about the certification program, how do they go about contacting you?
Yes, it's been wonderful talking to you today as well. And for all those who would like to get started on their journey to become a holistic healer and learn more about the certification program, all they need to do is visit the website, www.aruka.com, ARUKAH.com, and dig into that and schedule a discovery call. And I would love to be your mentor, your health coach, your teacher in guiding you to become a holistic healer, to become the healer of your home and your family and your community, and to help you build a profitable online health coaching business.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Mayim. So there we have it, folks. If you are ready to move forward in your own journey of becoming a holistic healer, then you can visit the website at www.aruka.com, where you can schedule your first discovery call. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. you.